I mean, let's just talk about the fact that the ANC is the governing party, and the governing party itself is unable to, or I don't know, doesn't want to pay staff or unable to pay its staff. One would ask how then they would expect for the rest of the country to trust them with finances when, you know, there's difficulty in paying their own staff in their own building.
Hey man, you know, this is really ridiculous. I think this is the third time that I'm being interviewed on the staffing matter, you know. It's really absolutely incredible. I can't believe it. If only the ANC knew how they are shooting themselves in the foot, how they are disadvantaging themselves very seriously. I mean, we've got 11 months left before the very crucial ANC electoral conference. And at the January 8th statement, the president said that they're cognizant of this, they're going to do their best. Well, it's 2 weeks ago. You know, how do you have staff preparing for a crucial national election in December who are not at work?
Yeah.
Who are saying that don't have the funds even to take transport to get to work. And what an insult it is for the ANC to offer them a stipend. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
The staff themselves said they consider it extremely exploitative, you know, and inconsiderate and convenient that they wanted to offer them a stipend so they can get to work to do certain things, and they haven't been paid for November and December. I mean, the most important months, you know, the end of the year, festival season, and so on. You know, it's really, and you know, I have a column with News 24. Honestly, I'm now arguing. If you look at how this year started, and generally this crisis in the ANC is just deepening, I really believe strongly that the ANC, on the whole, if I consider all the various factors that's swaying increasingly against them, besides the salary issue, you know, the ANC is quite likely to lose the elections in December. Never since 1994.
Some are wondering if this might be, you know, might even be part of the plan, and I wonder what plan. You know, I've heard different social commentators saying things like, you know, this might be part of the plan to make the ANC unworkable or sabotage of the ANC. Is that a possibility? Is there a grouping?
It's highly,
yeah, because
of the factionalist bitter divisions. I mean, you look at the July riots, you look at Parliament burning, there is speculation, and I'm telling you, it's well-grounded speculation. And indeed, it could extend even into what you are now asking me. You know, I mean, how could this be happening, you know? And it's possible. Anything is possible in the ANC, especially the deep factionalist divisions and the bitterness that has grown around it is of such a magnitude that anything is possible. So I'm saying to you, maybe it's true that this is deliberate.
Yeah.
That there are people in the ANC, including the Thule House, you know, I mean, but it's extremely embarrassing if the ANC can't pay its own salary, staff, and for how many months. And this is besides the medical aid and pension fund monies that haven't been paid from 2018.
Mr. Harvey, we know that the ANC has, in fact, proposed amendments to Political Party Funding Act. They've actually blamed this on their financial crisis, the fact that some of their donors don't necessarily want their names out there publicly. Is this an excuse, or could this actually then be the truth? The fact that those who were sponsoring or giving money before to the ANC are just actually holding back?
There's no doubt that it has played a part. The extent to which it has been a factor affecting the finances of the ANC and therefore the inability to pay staff is questionable. We don't know to what extent. But I would gather that to some extent, it has had an impact, but not of an impact of such a nature that, what else? You can't solely rely, this is then a reflection to what extent, but a large extent the ANC has been relying on funding from the private sector, sympathizers and supporters there. It's very difficult to say to what extent, but I do believe it's possible that, that change in legislation has affected their fundraising to some extent.
Yeah. All right. Thanks very much for giving us your input, and we'll certainly be taking a look and keeping up to date with what's happening. We do know at this stage that the staff have decided to stage a stay away from work. So we'll certainly be asking you for more information and your thoughts on what's happening. Thanks very much, sir. That is Ebrahim Harvey, who's a political analyst and author, talking to us about the fact that staffers at the ANC have not been paid. It is now the third month, and they've indeed held virtual press briefing to air their grievances in hopes that the ANC NEC meeting would in fact give the matter priority.